It might be that time for you. And that comes to your own inner turmoil as well. That's not an outside projection of your partner. Look within first, draw that line first, and then address the outside situation. There you go.
Enunciation.
Pronunciation. Pronunciation.
The enunciation has begun. Hello, Taurus. Hope that those Tauruses out there that are here at the end of Taurus are having a nice birthday. I know that you all had some very interesting things for your birthday go down in your life. You're about to see your birthday end and really start this new cycle. So I'm excited for you all. And let's see what's in your love reading for this week, Taurus. Do we got any moves? Do we got any?
It's funny. Someone put some Aquariuses hire maids in the chat, like held it for review. It's a pretty basic little comment. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Such a sensitive world nowadays. 6 of Cups in reversed is your first card. 5 of Cups is your challenge in reversed. 3 of Swords in reversed. Oh boy. 8 of Pentacles in reversed. Wow. I feel like Taurus, this one overall is like, let go of what is just so, like, you know what? You can live the story of a terrible love life, or you can choose not to. That's what this is about. I mean, 6 of Cups reversed, 3 of Swords reversed, 5 of Cups reversed in the challenge. I mean, this is where it's like unnecessary sorrow, unnecessary feeling like the memories of the past will never happen in a beautiful way, unnecessary feeling that heartbreak, and more importantly, the feeling of like, why would the universe try and build you anything from that place? Ace of Pentacles to help you through a 5 of Cups reversed. Like, no, we're not going to build off of sorrow, especially that's unwarranted. Like you're kind of in a place right now where it's like the victim love story is not going to work. The only victim story that's going to work is that you are a victim of love in a good way, like not a negative way. And I feel like these are very intense, emotional, intense, like mental things that, you know, it's like, have you been even really showing up is one question. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Like, it's almost like, did you even really want that? Like, I almost got a feeling like you're kind of like, I don't know. I've been using this one a lot lately, but like not in this, but just like you got to show up to the game. Like, you can't complain that you didn't get to be played when you didn't show up to practice and then you showed up to the game halfway through. Like, you just like, and I feel like that's what's going down. It's just a feeling. I just can feel it. I'm seeing it in the cards. The 6 of Cups in reversed. I mean, Page of Pentacles reversed. I mean, not saying what you really want, or nobody showing up with what maybe you want to hear, or you're not. Nothing's work, even though people are saying they're going to do stuff and it doesn't happen. It's like, you know, but there's a place like this is trapped in the past memories, you know, space. This is also trapped and also needing it to be like this perfect, beautiful place of, you know, but also the 6 of Cups is pleasures. And it's almost like, you know, like maybe you're afraid of like pleasure. Like, you don't give it your full all. Like, sorry to say, but like people fall in love when you feel the pleasure. Ace of Cups reverse. I don't know what to tell you, Taurus. This is an emotional story that being unfulfilled, but it's like unnecessary. It's like feeling like you got the wrong end of the stick, that you didn't even have the stick to own, that you weren't even wanting to own the stick, or you're not showing up with a stick. Jupiter abundance. Focus on the abundance. Like, it's time to expand your life. It's time to try and open up some doors here, Taurus, because seeing this and then seeing Jupiter, it's like Jupiter's trying to say, like, get over it. Let's go. Let me show you all the fucking amazing adventures that you could have in your life. Get over this weird. There is something that you can't get over, and it's in yourself deeply about your whole love story and your whole love situation. No more victim shit. Zero. No more. No more.
Not up in here.
Not up in here. You got to focus on what you want. And if you don't set your aim and you focus in an area of the abundance you want, you're never going to have abundance. I almost feel like you focus on it for a second, then you aim in another direction. You need to stay focused and aim and fire at your target. And I feel like you haven't been aiming at your target much, and you haven't been firing at the target. So you're like all weird that, like, nothing's going the way you want to. Like, even fucking for love, Robin Hood shows up to the archery fucking competition to get Maid Marian in fucking a fucking costume to hide himself because he's the most wanted guy. That's how focused he is, and it all works out for him. I feel like you're not willing to do that, and it's time to be willing to do things like that. I'm not meaning literally, but like doing whatever it takes to fucking go to love. Or do whatever it takes to at least be available to go to love. Like, I feel like if it's stuff within you and, I don't feel like I'm ready for it, or I don't want it, or, you're in a relationship that you're just like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. It's like, you're the one choosing to be there. Open up the doors. Focus on what you want. Like, what is your shadow with this? Holy shit. Revenge? I mean, like, oh my God. And this could be really literal. Like, you're pissed. Something didn't work out that you weren't actually probably in, or maybe that you weren't invested in, or that you didn't show up much to, or that you didn't put emotions into, that you were afraid of heartbreak and you got that and you're wanting revenge because you were afraid of heartbreak and you manifested that. That's some truth bomb shit. What does Ganesha have to say?
Oh, Ganesha.
Spiritual practice. Yeah, it's time to get back into your spiritual practice, but I also feel like this card takes way too much. Like you need to get into love, so maybe that's your spiritual practice, but I'm going to pull one card for that. Oh, Ten of Swords. The spiritual practice is getting over the same patterns that you continually do. You love this pattern, and you need to not love this pattern. If you're single out there, Nine of Swords. I mean, I think that you have way too many worries, single Tauruses, and you need to get rid of these worries. I mean, of course, pay attention to the dreams and the worries that come and the warning signs. But I got a feeling like you're attacking yourself by anxiety, and it, maybe you want to find somebody that understands that. But I don't think that nobody wants a victim. Nobody wants somebody who's terrified of love. Relationship one, Wheel of Fortune. God, I feel like you have a great relationship situation that you're trying to control it, and you're not letting the fortune come in. I feel like I don't know what to tell you. I feel like you're kind of in a place where you actually you feel like maybe it's not that fortunate, but you play games with it and you try to control how the fortune goes. But I think that you've ran out of options here, and you're going to have to let go of the wheel and see where it's going to turn here to see if it really is fortunate or not. I don't know if it is, though. I don't know. Like, what? The Hermit? The crotchety card? Wow. Tauruses, from the ultimate place of love and light, I'm going to pick you one card to help you all through this, the Enchanted Spell Oracle, because I got a feeling like we need all the magic that we can get for you this week. Luxury. Of course, Taurus picks luxury card. I'm going to say this. Like, you want luxury in a relationship and you want the best of the best. Well, number one, you got to show up with your ultimate luxury, the best of the best, in order to attract the best of the best. And if you've picked somebody who's not the best of the best and you want a higher version of that, well, you're going to have to face all that and be like, you're the one who chose that. I'm gonna pick one more with this. What's the other? What's the spiritual advice for this? Magic? Yeah, I feel like, you know what? Magic exists. Magic works. Magic will give you every luxury you want in your life, but if you don't believe in magic and you're afraid of it and you're not going to enter it and you're going to stay away from it and you're going to fear love and fear all this shit and you're not going to step into abundance, you're not going to focus. Magic takes focus. You're just a bunch of hocus pocus at that point. Your astro dice. Interesting here. We got Capricorn in the 7th house or 8th house. Ooh, Venus, or is that Mars? Oh, Mars. Wow, you need to like actually go for what you really want fully, and stop going for things that you don't want. Like you're not pushing your pedal to the metal and activating an exalted Mars in the 8th, where it is so powerful, like, and giving it your all. You have to penetrate for what you want. You can't just sit on the brake. You have to sit on the gas. And your issue is you sit in the gas in the wrong directions and you don't push the gas on the things you want. And then when they don't turn out the way you want, you're wondering why it didn't happen. You didn't push the gas.
There's too many of us who aren't actually active participants in our own life. You know, there is one thing about, you know, life going and having that ebb and flow and as we go along, but you know, being cognitive, being aware of actually our surroundings, being aware of our emotional state, being aware of our partner's emotion as well. Sometimes we can kind of just block everything out because it's a little too much. Or maybe it's because we can say, oh, I didn't actually apply myself. So when it doesn't work out, there's nothing on you because you actually weren't fully invested into it. When in all reality, you were just too afraid of the potential of failure, which is not going to turn out well. You know, when you don't actually step forward into it, what you're going to fall back onto? A little false narrative? That little impact of your life that you said wasn't going to hurt you, but it did? You have that strength, so you can't be afraid of it. You can't be afraid of the failure. You can't be afraid of the love. We say it over and over. It's great. It's great. It's effing great. See, I'm even censoring myself out there, so we don't even need to do it in the world.
No.
I'm living in my mind. I'm being an active participant in my life. I chose not to say fuck. Okay? You can choose to.